Migdal Bavel, The Myth of Babel. That's a very, very special song for me and for Steph. It's one of the two epic songs. And it's much slower and much more atmospheric.
With 5 or 6 quite fast and flashy songs, we thought it was good for the album to have a slow one in order to have a more diversified CD.
It's kind of a breather, you know. It's certainly not a ballad by any means, because it's very crunchy, it's very heavy. We've been very influenced by songs like Pyramid of Chaos from Ingrid Malmsteen.
We both love this kind of slow songs like Gates of Babylon, the Arabian Imaginary like Lasting Night from Dio.
You know, that kind of Egyptian flavor that is throughout the entire song. And it's also very, very dark as well, just like the rest of the album.
I've been in the holidays in Jordan, a wonderful country, magnificent. And I've been to all these biblical places in Mount Nebo where Moses died, the place where was constructed Sodom and Gomorrah and all these kind of things. So I had tons of images in my head, and when I came back to see Greg, we elaborated this kind of song with Arabian mood.
I especially love the ending of that song. You know, it goes into an a cappella part where there's only the choirs. And it's such a surreal atmosphere, and I think it summarizes the entire song really well.
Angry song. Basically it's about human beings being shitty as they are right now, or as they've always been. It's raping mothers, stealing everything they can, killing each other.
When we started on that song, Stefan really, you know, told me what he had in mind, because he had some vocal melodies and overall, you know, basic drum parts programmed for that one. And he told me that his idea to have this kind of very old school vibe.
Musically speaking, it's a kind of tribute to all these bands we grew up with, the high-class bands like Metallica, Halloween, Megadeth.
Blind Guardian influences on it, but the very old school side of those bands. I'm influenced by those bands, but it maybe doesn't quite show in the style of song that I'm used to create. It was kind of interesting because it brought me to a very different side of myself. It's not just pure thrash or speed metal. I'm especially proud of the solo parts. There's, I think, a lot of hints to the older Blind Guardian stuff.
The whole Parallel Minds story began with this song. It's the first song Greg wrote for us, and we recorded a demo version very quickly in 2 or 3 hours.
It's the first song we worked on, and that was years and years ago, even before we even thought about doing this Parallel Minds thing. You know, it was just, you know, me writing a song, and I thought about Steph right away, and I sent him to him, and he loved it. And then he came to my place, and we recorded the demo version in like 3 hours or something. It was just so fast, you know, it just came like this. And that was the first time we worked on something together and felt like we have something really cool, you know, and a real good chemistry.
Although it's a dark song, it's a lighter one compared to Into the Void or I Am. It's kind of tracks like Migdal Bavel or Hyperion, based on fictions and stories or books or video games.
My anger, my sadness, my madness. With no pain I enter. Speaking with hearts alone and I have come to
This song has one of the most aggressive verse in the album, and in the meantime, one of the best in epic chorus.
And very melodic, and the verses are very heavy, and it's a good mixture of a lot of different things that we do on the rest of the album. It's not my favorite, but it still has a special place for me and Steph because of being, you know, the first song we worked on.
Greg did a really good job on the solo part. You really can feel the Savatage mood and the Chris Oliva spirit in this solo.